guys, Mike here in the shop today. Check out this beautiful Peterbilt 389 long hood behind us. Not something you typically see on our channel, but you do know that we work with a lot of FASSes. We do a ton of installs on trucks, traditionally light duty trucks, but we do tinker with some big trucks. This Class 8 truck right here, we're gonna put one of these guys on. Why is this important? I think some of you guys that keep up with us, you drive Class 8 trucks. You got over the road trucks. Fuel mileage is a huge issue right now. In consideration to the cost of everything, what fuel is at the pump, $5.50 a gallon for diesel. Man, it's killing us all, right? So what if we had something for you that could potentially get you another tenth, maybe 2/10 mile a gallon? For the guys that really count the numbers, this is huge for you. We're gonna put a FASS on it. What is a FASS? I don't know if I've ever explained that, but that is fuel air separation system. Why is this critical? If you think about it, as that fuel gets heated up, especially on one of these big trucks that spends its time all day on the road in the heat, it starts to build up a lot of air vapor that gets blended into the fuel system. When it does, it's really hard on your injectors. It's really hard on all the moving components that are in your fuel system. FASS, what does it do? It takes that fuel and it's continuously polishing the fuel, removing the air out of the system, putting it back into the actual fuel tank on the truck, and also it's removing water out of it. Another big piece of the puzzle. Guys, you know that if you're getting fuel at mom and pop stores across the country, right now it's kind of questionable the quality you're getting. A lot of times your big truck stops, they're gonna have better quality of fuel because they're turning it over more. But unfortunately, mom and pops, they don't turn in as fast. So we see a lot of debris get mixed up in fuel. This is pretty common occurrence on light duty trucks, and also water or condensation in the tanks. That gets brought into this system. Long story short, I want you guys to follow along with us as we do this install, and I will tell you more about it and why you need it on your truck. Maybe even tractor, maybe even light duty. Heck, we can put it on anything if it's got a diesel. Come up with an idea. If it's a boat, we can do that. Let's see. So you get this nice little box, and this is gonna come with bulk majority of everything you need. The reason why I say bulk majority is the one thing we have learned on all the installs we do, some of the trucks have custom mounting locations for their filter housing, their Davco. And that can mess us up a little bit. But on these newer trucks, it's pretty commonplace. If you call me up and you say, hey man, I've got a 1980 cab over and I need to take and put a pump on it, we're really gonna have to look at it because who knows what the system was on that one. Check this out. And there is what does all the work. This system is really slick. Comes with your filters, even tells you where to put the filter on the pump. Pretty cool system. See that right there? Let's take this off. It's like Christmas around here. Very simple system. We're gonna put from the tank, it's got a T on it. So that line's going in right there. You can see right here, we've got, well, I'm trying to see where you can see it without the shadow. There's E for engine. So that's gonna be your outlet, and then it's gonna be your return port to go back to your tank. Really simple system. Honestly, you're looking at 3 lines and hooking up power to it. Put your filters on it, you're good to go. Stay tuned with us right now. We're gonna get all of our parts laid out, get the pump fixed up, and then show you what we've got to remove off the truck and how we hook everything back up and get this truck running. Now we got the hood up on this beautiful truck. This is what we're getting rid of, everybody. This is the Davco filter and housing. We're gonna remove all that. We're gonna mount the FASS right there, and we're gonna reutilize these fuel lines. And then we'll wire it up to it, make her plug in. Some of you are probably looking at this. You're gonna see that this does have a fuel heater in it and a fuel filter gauge in it. You see right here with this wiring, and right there. Let's see. all those little pieces. Now, the fuel disc, the heater for it, we're doing away with it because the guy who owns this truck does run primarily in the south. If you guys run up and down 40, you probably see him actually. With that being said, he decided he doesn't need it because he has additional heaters in the tank. But on this piece, we're just doing away with it. On the filtration side, filter life monitoring system, we will actually put it back into the FASS system. We'll show you how we do that too. Here's an idea of what all comes in the box when you buy an industrial series pump. This is a 165 gallon per hour pump. It is good for 600 horsepower, real horsepower. I know some of you guys out there, if it's like the light duty market, you got a 400 horse truck and you're like, oh yeah, man, it makes 600 horse. No, it doesn't. You don't have to lie to us. We know real horsepower. So this pump, you can see right here, do not, whatever you do, warranty void if removed. Okay, how's that warranty work? You get your pump, you take this piece of paper right here. I mean, it's big bold letters. Register for your warranty online. Boom, there you go.
I know FASS is pretty big about making sure you get that warranty.
Absolutely.
With their warranty, pretty much anybody that's a FASS dealer can take care of it as long as you have it registered and in FASS's database that you purchased it and it's in your name.
Absolutely correct. So it's really a simple system to do. There's no excuses of saying, well, man, I couldn't do that, or man, I didn't know how to do it. No, it's right here. It comes in the box, very clear cut.
It's even got a little QR code. Make it easy.
And then this is our return fuel line, which we talked about. It goes right here. Pop that little cap off, and you will see we've got all sorts of fittings. This is a mounting bracket that you can utilize to mount the pump on the frame. We're going to take a look at this one and decide how we want to mount it first, if we will utilize this or will not utilize this. And you can see, where's the hole pattern at? Right there.
So that's just kind of like the basic mounting bracket if you're going to put it back in factory location.
You got it.
Mount up, kind of like anything would originally, just plug and play type situation.
Absolutely. And then here we've got spacers for said mounting bracket. We've got a cushion pad so that the vibration is dumbed down and just don't beat it to death. Here's our fittings right here that go in right there. And obviously, guys, we'll go back through and tighten all this up. But it's a really simple system. There's nothing radical. There's nothing crazy. This is the bolts right here. I'm not even going to open it up yet, but these bolts are utilized for the mounting of it. Here's your fuse. Make sure when you do this wiring harness, let's see real quick. I'll go ahead and open it up. It's key critical. Depending on how you set your system up, wiring your ignition, a lot of guys will get everything hooked up and they'll say, man, my pump won't turn on. Well, your pump won't turn on because you probably forgot to put that little 10 amp fuse in right there. Boom. That might save you a lot of phone calls and a lot of headaches.
So pretty basic, pretty straightforward, pretty simple kit.
Nothing wild for what it is, but the reward from having it on your truck can affect your pocket immediately if you're driving a lot of miles every week. It's gonna help save the fuel system on the truck, period, by removing the debris, the air, and the vapor out of it, right? Those three things right there make it worthwhile on a very simple system.
So I think you're gonna start doing the install on all these and removing all of this.
Yes, we'll get all this stripped back, get this all fitted up. I'll get all the fittings tidied up, get that off of there, see if I can utilize this factory bracket that's right here. I'm not 100% sure yet, but I'm gonna see if it's possible. You got right here bolts on either side. I'm gonna see if I can get lucky enough to remove that, take it, undo my lines, put her back together.
Well, we'll let you get to it and we'll just come for the fun part when you've got everything done and we can show off a new pump.
Pretty much, exactly, guys. Hey everyone, now we've got the installed product. I know in the video you didn't get to see all the things I did, but I'm gonna try to give you a rundown really quick because it's pretty straightforward. You can see the Davco was mounted on this bracket. I removed it from the truck. I made a bracket to go behind, and we're working on these so that if you were to get the pump from us, we could fix you up with this bracket so the FASS could bolt to it directly. It's a really simple system, but it allowed us to set the height of it exactly where we wanted to clear the steering shaft, but also clear your grease fittings for your clutch. As you can see right there. The system is extremely simple. We were able to use factory fuel lines. You can see right here, this is your line on your Cummins that comes from the tank, goes into this module right here, comes out, goes down to the pump, then it comes out, runs down, and goes down and around the bottom. It's kind of hard to see, but you guys that mess with these trucks probably know exactly what I'm talking about. We did have to add our return line from the FASS system, which actually goes into the factory return line. And as you can see, there's an dash 8 adapter right here. Put a little 90-degree fitting in, and boom, that's taken care of. As far as wiring or getting the pump to actually turn on, if you will, we took this right here, and it is routed, comes over, goes behind the frame rail and down to the batteries. Real simple system there. As far as the ignition on trigger switch, we kept it real simple, and it comes in and goes through the firewall right there into the factory fuse block. Extremely simple install. This is about a 4 to 5 hour install, depending on how in depth you want to go on your bracket, and if you want to use the factory lines or if you want to use custom lines. If you use custom lines or do any crazy bracketry, that's obviously going to take more hours. Once again though, just so we understand, why did we put the FASS on here? We did it for a lot of reasons. 3 main reasons was to get rid of air and vapor. We can remove up to 99% of water in the fuel, and also we're removing debris. By doing these things, we're polishing the fuel. That's what this system does, is it polishes the fuel. It keeps getting cleaner and cleaner as it goes through the system, gets returned into the tanks, and rerouted right back through the pump to the injectors. What does this mean to you? It means it's going to increase your life expectancy of your injectors, of your high pressure pump. There is a chance, depending on how you drive, you're actually going to get better fuel mileage. Now, I'm not going to claim a number because everybody drives different. Some guys drive really heavy footed, some guys drive really easy, some guys are limited and can only run what the speed limit is. So that's up to you as the individual driver, how it's going to affect your fuel mileage. But as far as preserving and saving all the really expensive components in this engine, this is going to be key critical. So I highly suggest give us a call. Let us answer any questions you have. If you've got a Detroit, if you've got a Cat, or any of the Cummins series, we've got an answer for you with this FASS industrial system. Thanks for watching. Hit the like and subscribe button, and drop a comment or ask any questions you got.